Hey, look at us, feeling you with Vic the Brick Jacobs and me, PJ. How are you? Welcome in. We've got a show for you today, I promise. I know Victor wearing that nutty hat as usual has got quite a bit to talk about, don't you, Vic?
Uh, we are we are so fully loaded. But right at the top of the show, I just want to give love and congratulations to a friend of the family, for many many decades. John Koyama wins his second Creative Arts Emmy for
Wow.
his stunt coordination in the streaming hit The Boys. John Koyama, son of Yanni Koyama, a samurai warrior, my samurai soul brother from the South Bay who passed about a decade ago, who was a warrior. He was a Renaissance man. His son, John, wins the Emmy. And we're so happy, we're so proud as his mom, Sachi, and the whole family, so proud of John Koyama. And we want to wish him so much congratulations for his beautiful work over the years, not just for the boys, but he's an incredible stunt coordinator, incredible talented actor.
Yep.
So, John Koyama, congratulations
Oh,
and gong me, you.
two Emmys for him, maybe minus two Emmys for the Dodgers. They're without an Emmy. They're without love right now, and virtually without leadership, I would say, at the moment.
PJ, I've been watching Dodger baseball since I was a young briquette in Brooklyn, New York. That had to be the worst regular season loss I have seen in my lifetime. This was so devastating. It was such a body punch. And I know you only have momentum until the next day's starting pitcher. But when you lose a game like that, when the big Yamamoto is 1 out away from a no hitter, 8 and 2/3 in Baltimore, it was a catastrophic loss at Camden Yards.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep. I was reeling all night because I am a Dodger fan, and I was reeling. I mean, PJ, all Dodger fans, we've had losses before. I mean, we've been swept by two last place teams in a row, swept by Pittsburgh, swept, on the brink of being swept by Baltimore. They've lost five straight. They've lost seven of eight. The numbers are horrendous. The play is pathetic. Uh, to not hit, uh, but to not to get a final out with a bullpen that you paid the guy $72 million, Scott. You paid him a 4 year, $72 million contract to get an out. Blake Trinan can't get an out. Eight
No.
and 2/3. Yamamoto. I'm Dave Roberts. Again, I'm the sensei. I'm letting Yamamoto finish this thing out, man. I don't trust my bullpen. I don't trust my bullpen to get an out in Baltimore. Are you kidding me? PJ, Yuko and I were just in tears. I think
Well,
all the Dodger fans were in tears last
I
night.
think I think everyone is in tears in baseball just because for Yamamoto. Whether you're a Dodger fan or not, really doesn't matter in this instance to me. It's the fact that you watch this guy pitch a beautiful game.
Oh,
He's right there. I think
pitched his ass off.
he,
He
he went
pitched his ass off.
he went one over the limit. Normally 27 batters. I think he was at 28 or 29. He gave up one mistake ball, which was a little not inside enough, and the guy hit it for a home run.
Okay,
And
it's 3-1. Okay, it's three
it's three.
one.
Okay, it's
PJ.
3-1. Now, here's where the trouble starts. If you're Dave Roberts, in my opinion, you sit on your hands. Here's a guy that has pitched to 29 batters and made one mistake. Who do you have in your bullpen that you could count on to get one more out? I would stick with Yamamoto. But instead he trots out there and takes out Yamamoto after that. It was to me ridiculous, and it goes beyond ridiculous. It's like you're not thinking, You have no stoppers in your bullpen right now. Zero. We know that. We've talked about it. There's no one performing. You mentioned the $72 million guy. Nothing, nothing. And so here's a chance to let Yamamoto finish the game. He's earned the right to get the last out. He's earned that right. It's still 3-1. And instead, he goes up there and lifts him and then starts this volley of Dodger bullpen relievers, and they lose the game 4-3. I mean, it is more than shocking. It's actually disturbing and I'm just speaking as a baseball fan, to see a guy pitch so hard, put his life into that, and just do a beautiful job getting 8 2/3 innings, needs one more out for a no-hitter. And then they lift him after one hit. They lift him. And he's still, Vic, his last pitch was 98 miles an hour. 98 miles an hour. He hadn't lost anything. He hadn't lost a thing. There was no reason to lift Yamamoto out of there. None. So big uh, thumbs down to Dave Roberts and his coaching team on that one for whatever decision they decided to do that. I don't know. I just don't know.
And PJ in the post game, Yamamoto was so classy when they asked him, "Do you think he could have finished the game?" He said, "Well, after I gave up a hit and a run, I expected to come out."
Yeah,
That's total class,
that's
but
class.
it was a total disaster from
Yeah,
Dave Roberts.
yeah.
Number
No,
one, Trinan had a string of appearances, yes, but still, you put in listen. The blaming most of the blames on Blake Trinan for giving up, hit batsman, a couple walks, and a hit. Okay, still Tanner Scott came in sticking one out. And why do you pitch a lefty to a righty? If you're going by the book, which Dave Roberts is, because the book says after a pitcher gives up a hit, even though he's working on a no-hitter, you take him out. No, you don't, because you
no.
don't play by the book anymore, because your
Right.
team's in shambles. Okay, okay, Dodgers, your team is in shambles. You have no momentum. You have no energy. You're playing like losers. You're in first place. You're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
Basically, you continue playing like this at this level. I don't want to keep dissecting the disaster, but you can't play by the book anymore. And the book says take out a pitcher after he gives up a home run, even though he's pitching and holding a no hitter. That doesn't work anymore because you have nothing in the bullpen. You have nobody there. You can't trust anybody to get an out. You can't trust Trinan to get an out. You can't trust Scott to get an out. You can't trust Yates to get an out. You can't trust Kopech to get an out.
No.
You can't trust Bonda. I mean, who do you trust?
Yeah,
You
I know.
trust Yama. You trust your big horse.
You
You
go with the
trust
guy
Big
that's
Yama. And he didn't. He didn't trust him. He was
it's
patting the
crazy.
back. A great game. No, who cares?
Yeah.
No, you leave it. You make the right decision, Dave. Pitching staff. I don't care all about your sabermetrics, schmabermetrics. You go with your gut when your team is reeling. I mean, your team is slipping out of first place. You're slipping out of the playoffs, man. They are one game ahead at this point, on the verge of getting swept by two last place teams, Dodgers. And Dave Roberts, I love you, but that decision was from hardball hell. You see the brick.
He
You see it,
they've
Dodgers.
earned it.
That's what are you doing? Wake up, Doggy, you. Wake up. Wake up.
Horrible.
They're dead men walking.
Horrible.
They're
Horrible.
dead spikes walking. That's what
Okay.
they are. I
Well,
mean, they may win today, but you know what? Oh, you salvage one from Baltimore.
what
They
a
may win
joke.
one. They
What a
may
joke.
win one.
Yeah.
And then they got the Rockies at home. They may win a couple. They've got to get out of this funk. And PJ, I don't know what it is. I
Well,
don't. I don't. If I knew what it was, I'd be paid $7 million a year to manage the team.
yeah. Well, here's what I'll say. Everything we're talking about when it comes to Dave Roberts is right. You and his pitching staff.
And I love the sensei.
Yeah, we love them all, but you know what? In sports, you know, talk to Micah Parsons about this. If you're not doing it at the moment and that love goes away, evaporates very quickly, Dave Roberts better be careful because he's making bad decisions right now. I don't know why he's making these decisions. I don't know what they're based on. It's not based on strength in the bullpen. So you don't go lift a pitcher that's taken care of 28 out of 29 batters and has one out to go. He has earned 1,000%
Yes.
the right. And that's the key thing here, Vic. He has earned the right to get the last out. He has earned it, and you got to give it to him. You can't pull him. You can't, and especially you can't pull him when you don't have a flamethrower sitting behind him ready to go. They've got nothing, and they pulled him just to do it, basically. So
Because baseball rules say you pull a pitcher after
fine.
he gives up a home run, even though he's hurling a no hitter.
Not
That's
when
just
they're not when
no.
he's done that. Not when he's done that. Not when he's shut out the whole game. No hitter. You give him the right.
And you've lost 5 straight games, PJ.
I
You
know.
need a win. You desperately need a win.
So
So,
Vic,
so baseball law does not apply.
it doesn't apply. And what this boils down to is this, and this is my takeaway from this, and I'd love to hear your comments on it. They need a shakeup. They need to juggle the lineup. Okay. And I sat there last night after I watched that game and I said, Mookie should be leading off. Freddie Freeman should be second. Otani, Son should be third. Pages, fourth. Rojas, fifth. Then Call, then Kiki, and the catcher position, who I'll nominate in a second. But the bottom line is here, they need to get rid of Conforto. He shouldn't be on the team anymore. They need to bench Teoscar for marginal hitting and terrible fielding. He needs to be benched. And I don't mean for one game. I mean for like a week or two until he can maybe get his act together. They need to call up Austin Barnes and get him in there, get him back. Austin Barnes is sitting at home. They released him. He's in shape.
I
Get
love
him
that.
back.
I love that. Get Barnsley back in the mix.
Well, because for two reasons. Number one, great catcher. Number two, spark plug for the team. They need this spark, you know. And if they get these guys in there, they get Kike and they've got Barnes back and bench a couple guys, get rid of a couple guys. They've got to create some movement, some action. This is where aside from making bad decisions on yanking no-hit pitchers, this is where the management has to come together. The coaches need to spark plug. That's what they relied on, is to spark this team, right? That's what you hear. The one thing about football, those coaches go in and guess what? At halftime, they blister those players. They get them sparked up, ready to go. I don't get that from Dave. I don't get that people are watching film. Even with Otani, whom I love, he's striking out on these reach and chasing balls, and they're using the same formula on him every team. And he's striking out. It's like he's not watching the film. So there needs to be designated times to watch film to get this together. They need to, in my opinion, they need to juggle that lineup. Like I said, get Barnes on the phone today and get him in there. You know, I mean, Robinson, this catcher from the Reds, is going to do nothing for them. They're calling him in, I guess, or something. This is
These
what
are desperate times because of injury,
it's desperate, but
and I understand that. I understand.
yeah,
No one's Will Smith.
yeah,
And I also understand, and I love your theory, PJ, of shaking it up. I believe Otani should hit second or third. I think Mookie should lead off,
yep.
and I absolutely would give Teoscar time on the bench, to reevaluate his swing. He's hurt. He can't play right field anymore.
No,
Um, he can maybe play left, but he can't play right anymore, especially in a spacious ballpark. It's done, for the way of Tay, uh, in terms of production, right in the moment. He must sit down. He strikes out incredibly amounts.
he's got to
Uh,
sit. He's got to sit.
but
And
it's that quality. There's no more quality at bats. They seem to forgot what made the Dodgers world champions. Sustain your at bats. You wear the pitcher down, and they're flailing.
the
They're
flair.
not accepting walks like they used to.
Oh,
They're not hitting with men in scoring position. There's many reasons why, you've lost, two straight series. In fact, swept by two last place teams in 2 weeks.
it's
This,
systemic at this point, and it's like Vic. The one other thing I wanted to mention to you,
what do you
we,
do?
you know the rule here. Talk about rules. If Dave's going to go out there because of some rule in his head and thinks he's going to lift Yamamoto, here's another thing you don't do in the ninth inning of a no-hit game to the pitcher. You don't change anything. He went out there and shifted the outfield. He took guys out, he put guys in, he moved guys around. It's all mental. It's all confidence. You don't shift, you don't do anything. Leave everything the same. You don't even talk to the pitcher, but you don't go out and shift the people behind him and just leave things the same. Everything's working, everything's fine. It's the ninth inning, it's 2 outs. He went out there and shifted the outfield, trying to strengthen it, I guess, which in the end result turned into a bad throw at home plate when they had a chance to get the guy to at least keep the game tied. That was a terrible throw.
That throw ended up in Chesapeake Bay. I mean, that was a horrific throw. In fact, I watched it. I said, "Where is the ball?" You
Yeah,
know, Where was the ball? Was that Pajes, who usually
No,
he's a rocket
no,
arm?
no. Pajes would have had that ball in to home plate.
Who
That's
plays? I don't even know who played center field when the Orioles struck the game-winning hit. To me, it didn't matter because
doesn't matter.
we were done.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Ugly,
again,
ugly, ugly.
and again, just to wrap it up, it's the bullpen, and a lot of the blame has to go for the trading deadline when they did not pick up a closer.
Yep.
They did not pick up a quality closer. So many team contenders picked up really good relief pitching. Dodgers didn't, and it's now struck back to bite them in the tuchus.
Oh,
There's no K-pop and the demon hunters ready, to bail them out.
yeah.
But they have demons, and
That's right.
the demons are the bullpen. There's no more dogs. The dogs were let out last year. This year they are dogs in terms of this way they're pitching out of the bullpen is so horrendous and lacking confidence. It goes through the whole ball club. PJ, you know this. If the bullpen can't get outs, the whole ball club loses the spark. They
Right.
lose the energy. They lose the confidence. Dodgers have no confidence. They have to regain that in 20 games. How do they do it? Again, I would have
First of
picked
all,
up if I was GM. Okay, I love Andrew Friedman. He's done a great job.
yeah.
But listen, you have a bullpen problem. Kenley Jansen was there for you. At the end of last season. Okay, he's a little on the older side. Who cares? He gets outs. Kenley Jansen would have been tremendous.
Yeah.
I love Kenley. Dodger fans love Kenley. He loves the moment. And right now, Kenley Jansen in the Dodger bullpen would have been fantastic. There's no Eric Gagne walking through the door, okay?
No.
Eric Gagne is not walking through the door, but Kenley Jansen could have walked through the door. You didn't get him. So
No.
again, bullpen is their Achilles heel, and it just circulates throughout the ball club. They need guys they can trust. Paul, playoffs are coming if
Yeah.
they make it. Best of three. That's where they're heading. Best of three. They're not going to beat the Phillies out for the second
Never.
best wild card.
Not
No.
in the best of three. No way.
So they're ready. So they're looking. If they're lucky, best of three.
Yeah.
Can they win a best of three series?
Don't put your money on it.
No, number one, can they get there?
Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun. Can they get there? Let's say they do get to the playoffs, and the playoffs will be a wild card. Can they win that wild card? Well, we'll talk about it then. But at this point, no. No, they cannot win a best of three when your bullpen can't get an out. I'm not speaking.
I agree.
Some arcane theory here. If your bullpen can't get the final out, forget it.
Out of 5 tries, by the way, 5 tries to get one out, Vic. I mean, that's how sick it is. And think of this, and we got to move on, but I just want to say this: sitting in the bullpen is Emmett Sheehan, who could have come out.
Good point.
That guy is deadly. He's doing great for us.
Yes, he is.
He came out before and picked up and won. He'll do whatever you want. He comes out throwing, 98, 99 miles an hour darts. You don't think Sheehan could have gotten one out in 5 tries? I think he could have. So anyway, let's leave it there. It's a lot to digest.
I couldn't sleep. Look at me. I'm still a wreck.
I know.
I couldn't.
Well, you
sleep.
gave him the brick, and that's the best you can do.
That's all I can do. We can dissect the disaster.
Yeah.
But let's move into the National Football League.
I love it. It's like water pouring over me. My man Burrow. I feel it. I'm bathing in Burrow.
Joe Burrow has begun.
And Denver, the beautiful Denver Broncos. I feel it. I feel it coming.
Did you like the Brazilian Bowl as the Chargers stun the Chiefs for the first time in 7 games as Herbert outplays Mahomes? What a sensational game.
Yeah.
That to me was a coming out party for Justin Herbert. Remember, he had no receivers coming in. Everyone said, well, he has no wideouts. Well, remember, they picked up Keenan Allen, 7 catches, touchdown. McConkey, 6 catches. Quentin Johnson, couple of touchdowns, couple of drops, but he's going to drop balls, Quentin Johnson. Yeah. But he throws for he throws for 3 touchdowns, makes the game-winning play on 3rd and 14 in the last minute with the scramble, and somehow the Chargers beat the Chiefs in Brazil. And as any Charger fan knows, as Jim Harbaugh even said, the win was majestic. It'll go down in Charger lore. Yeah. Charger history is one of the great regular season wins, and it was because they had no shot at beating the Chiefs the last few years. But with Harbaugh and this, rejuvenated offensive line, which protected Herbert well enough. I think he was sacked 3 times, but that was cool. He got out of the pocket. His throws were beautiful. He had charger wideouts, creating some separation. And the Chiefs, let's face it, they had some injuries. Uh, they were ready. They were ready to pounce. They were ready to win. But there was Herbert. And if you're a Charger fan, bolt up. I love him as a wild card this year. I love him to go 11-6. Love the Chargers. That win set the tone, PJ, for the AFC
Sure did.
and for the Charger football this year.
Set the tone both directions. Harbaugh's confidence in Herbert makes the difference. He speaks him up, he talks him up. You can see the difference it's made in his performance. Those gifts have always been there, but no coach has ever talked about him like Harbaugh talks about him. I mean, he raves about Herbert, and that's what Herbert needed. So you're seeing what that confidence, the big C, does there. And then top that off, the other side of that coin, Dallas performed just like we knew they would. And that's why this whole thing about Micah Parsons, as important as he is to their defense, wasn't going to make a difference in terms of them getting anywhere because let's face it, Dallas is going nowhere. It's just
But I agree. But they surprised me. I thought they played well. I really thought they played because the Eagles, defending world
They
champions,
did play well.
but
They did
let's
play
face it, to repeat in the Super Bowl champs, almost impossible
Yeah.
unless you're Kansas City. But the Eagles lost a lot of talent. Dallas got separation. I thought they played well.
Yeah.
Dallas played well. They played a good football game. Losing Micah Parsons, knowing their edge was gone, that their defensive superstar was gone. I thought the Cowboys played really well.
I thought Dirk played really well. He,
Yes,
he had a really good, solid game. A Lamb dropped a couple important passes.
Lamb always drops passes, but yeah,
Yeah.
CD Lamb dropped passes.
Um,
But they were right in that game, PJ. With the lightning and the whole thing.
yeah.
Um,
But
how
that's how
about
Dallas always plays. They're going to be in the games.
they're in the game.
But are they going to win the games? The answer to that for the last 10 years is no, they're not.
Well, let's face it. Over the years, we watched so much NFL football.
Yeah.
It always comes down to just the score.
Yeah.
Someone's going to win by 6 or 7.
No.
It comes down to one score. It
Yeah.
comes down to the last 7 minutes of a game,
That's it.
and that's it. You've got to step up in those last 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, even without Jalen Carter, remember Jalen Carter, spits on Dak.
That was
but-
despicable. That was, to me, that was despicable. I don't get it.
Unbelievable. Why would you? How do you lose such self-control?
And you destroy your own team that way. I mean, they could have lost the game over that just because
He's an all-pro tackle.
all pro. They center around him. Everything centers around him. And Dallas wasn't able to take advantage of it to the full extent, but they sure gave him a chance by him being thrown out before the first play.
Carter, you got to have some self-control, and there will be some penalties or fines or some suspension coming down. But really,
Oh, yeah.
Carter, you hold your spit.
Yeah.
You see the brick. You
Yeah,
see
please.
it, Carter.
Come
you
on.
See it?
Yeah.
You freak. Gog me, you.
Love it. I love it.
It's so below you. The kids are watching, man.
Come on.
The kids are watching.
These guys are mega millionaires and they are respected, as you say, and the kids are watching, and you have to be a leader. You have to be a leader out there. And if you're not a leader, then in my opinion, you shouldn't be on the team because that hurt their team, even though they won, that hurt them. It hurt football and it hurt that whole game. So yeah, it was ugly to see. Hopefully everyone's learned a lesson, and I'm sure they have. Jalen says he's very sorry about it. It won't happen again. Okay, let's see if it does or not. But there's a lot of games happening, and we're gonna see a lot of action, and it's gonna be fun. I know they had the top 5. You talked about football, right? The top 100, but the
Top 100.
5 of that.
Top 100 football players
Yeah,
in the NFL.
right.
Number 6 was your man Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Number 6 was you. Number 5 was Mahomes. Even though he's won Super Bowl after Super Bowl, they rank him 5th, which to me was insane. I would have put Mahomes number 1 because he is the Super Bowl king. I mean, he's got the rings.
Right.
Instead, Saquon Barkley was ranked number one. Yes, he rushed 2,000 yards. He won the Super Bowl. Had a great year. That's 1 year. It's 1 year. Saquon has been spectacular. He may be spectacular again, but I would have ranked Mahomes a lot higher. Jamar Chase was in the top five. Lamar Jackson top five.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Allen top five. So, but again, Mahomes at five, I would have ranked him higher because he's won Super Bowls, man. He's won
Yeah.
Super Bowls, and
Yeah.
that's what it's about. So it's an incredible journey to get to that Super Bowl, and it's crazy to rank Mahomes that low. What got me this week, Bill Belichick banning the Patriots from North Carolina.
He's getting back because they kicked him out. Now he's kicking them out. It's funny.
What a low act. What a low act of self-esteem by Belichick. I mean, Bill, let it go, man. Yes, you had problems with Kraft, and it was not a smooth transition as you left New England. Yes, there was some bad blood, but you don't ban New England Patriots from watching these young men who, they have a shot to go to the NFL. North Carolina has a sensational football program.
Yeah.
Over the years, LT, Lawrence Taylor, maybe the greatest linebacker in football history from North Carolina. They have great players, and now you don't give them the opportunity, to have scouts from one to. It's only 32 teams in the NFL, and you're banning one of them from watching the young players. Belichick, wake up! I don't care if you guys beat the Citadel or whoever you beat, Charlotte. I don't care who you beat. You finally got to win. But I don't know how many wins you're going to have, but your attitude, man, you better shake it up. You see the brick, Belichick.
He deserves it.
You see it.
To him.
Hey, let's you freak. Gong me, you.
He deserves it. Did you save anything for the Clippers? Did you save anything for the Clippers? What's going on?
Before we get to the Clippers and the $28 million, they allegedly funneled through some tree growing company.
I don't know.
Your USC Trojans have scored 132 points in 2 weeks, PJ.
Yeah, but show me a team. Show me a team they've played that, I mean, those are like set up wins.
Oh, yeah. They're soft teams, but still, I'm looking at them 73 and 59.
Yeah.
Okay, 59 against Georgia Southern. And
they're doing great.
Yes, they're both at home. Yeah, I want to give some. Listen, that's two straight cream puffs. That's two straight, very soft squads, but still, Jaden Mayalava, their first quarterback of Polynesian descent.
Oh, Mayama.
Oh, Mayama. I love that. Four touchdowns, 414 yards passing. Again, it's against a weak squad, but they are putting up numbers. I can't wait to see SC, play a quality Big Ten team. Let's see what they can do. Can they compete, with a Michigan and Ohio State or Penn State? Can they compete? They're on the fringe of the top 25 now. They are getting votes. They're still not in it.
They're not in it yet. But if they can play some of these ranked teams and do that or come close,
close.
I agree. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be good for them. And, maybe they did this scheduling on purpose to get themselves warmed up. I'd say they're warmed up, ready to go. I think they play Illinois next, and we'll see how they do against them.
And Illinois is a top 20 team, so that'll be a good matchup. Illinois is ranked.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. On the flip side, UCLA is a disaster. 0-2. They're going to UNLV. Losing by 20. They rallied late to make it close, but still you lose to UNLV. They're 0-2. I don't know where they're going with Deshaun Foster. And Deshaun Foster really went nuts on me this week. He said, I'm looking at the tape. This is, the 33-point loss to Utah. So I'm looking at the tape. It wasn't, we were right in this game. We were pretty close. No, Deshaun, you weren't. You were blown out at home. Before 14,000 people. You were blown out at home before 14,000 people. Deshaun, wake up, get a game plan. You've got to get the Bruins at least a couple of wins. They're looking at a 10-loss season. Deshaun Foster, come on, man. Sensational running back at a Tustin High School in Southern California. He ran for the Bruins beautifully, but he's not a head coach at this point. What's he doing? Deshaun, you see the break? Yes, you freak. 0-2 and going nowhere. Gong me, Ukes.
He's earned it. He earned that. Now let's get to those Clippers. Let's get to those Clippers.
It's very controversial.
Because I don't understand what's going on.
Steve Ballmer is a tremendous owner, and he's done it by the book since he bought the team. For a couple $1 billion, where we bought it for a couple of years ago, 6, 7 years ago, and he's made the team, I believe, a contender every year. Built a beautiful arena in Los Angeles, in Inglewood. Now he's being allegedly accused. Well, he is being accused, but these are all allegations at this point that he funneled $28 million, not him, but his bank accounts, his lawyers, whatever, to Kawhi Leonard to circumvent the NBA salary cap. Now I'm hearing numbers close to $50 million from that company, but I'm not buying it until I hear all the facts. I will say, how do you not know that you've been swindled $50 million? He's one of the richest men on the earth. He says, I got conned. I mean, he told Ramona Shelburne in an interview, I got conned, by this tree growing company. I mean,
I don't get
how does he get conned?
I don't know.
He's one of the most incredible businessmen on the planet.
Yeah.
So that to me didn't click.
Yeah.
If it holds true, if the NBA will do a probe, and PJ, when they do they could have severe fines and severe penalties for this if it's found true. I don't believe it. I believe in Ballmer.
Yeah.
I believe in the way he does business. It's always clean. It's always kosher.
Yeah.
This to me is something slipped through the cracks here, beyond Ballmer's control or his knowledge.
Right.
I'm not in the inner circle of how they paid off Kawhi's contract, but I believe in Ballmer, and I am not going to cave into these allegations.
Well, like you say, let's wait and see. It's really, really interesting. I found it amazing to hear that kind of money could be funneled out. And then I thought, you know what? Then it hit me, and I don't want to go backwards here, but then I thought of Otani, all that money he was swindled out of. And I said, stuff like that does happen. So you never know. You got to wait and just find out what happens, right? Let's just put it on pause and see what kind of money really was funneled, if there was money funneled. I think if there was, it was a lot more than 28 million for sure. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Victor, let's go over, because we're running out of time here. Let's go over to Italy, to the US Open, and talk about that for a second, because big things happening there.
Well, it's happening internationally, PJ. You're right. US Open in Flushing, there was an incredible amount of marijuana smoke.
Yes.
And Sabalenka has won a second straight women's title. But a fabulous run by not just Coco had a tough tournament, I must say.
Yeah.
But Naomi Osaka had a tremendous tournament, losing in the semis. But Asimonova, the American, had a nice run. Guess how much Sabalenka wins for winning the women's US Open, Women's Open? How much? How much money? What was her prize? Her grand prize.
Her grand prize for what, the US Open?
For winning the US Open.
Okay, I'll say $5 million.
Correct.
Yeah.
$5 million.
I mean, that's very
we
low.
Forget about it. You look at 2 weeks of tennis, they're playing all these matches.
Yeah.
$5 million. That's quite incredible. So congratulations, Sabalenka, out of Belarus. Congratulations. And to end it on a crazy fun note, how about Mike Tyson and Mayweather in the exhibition of the ages?
How about
two amazing champions?
Yeah. How about instead of that, we just do a crowdfund raising for them, if they and skip this, because Tyson versus Paul.
Tyson's what, 58?
He's going to be 59.
59, and Mayweather's 49.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I mean, do you really want to see these guys try to hit each other?
I think people will pay.
They'll probably pay, but
it'll be an exhibition. It's not going to go against the perfect 50-0 record, of Mayweather.
Yeah.
But 2026, there's going to be this freak show.
Well, it is a freak show,
and a lot of people are going to watch, because people still love Tyson and they still love Mayweather.
Yeah.
And boxing is almost dead. Let's face it, the action sports have taken over. I mean, who cares about boxing anymore? But we do care about Mike Tyson, and we care about Money Mayweather.
Yeah. I'd watch it if they have Jake Paul be the referee,
Ah.
just for fun. I'll watch it. I will. I'll watch it.
uh,
Maybe the Paul brothers together, they'd like do a dual
a
referee.
tag team.
Yeah.
Tag team refs. Yeah, that
Tag
could
team
work.
refs. Yeah,
I
that
like
could
it.
work.
That's a nice
Yeah.
twist, PJ.
Yeah.
That's a nice twist.
I got to send some love out to the Denver Broncos, to Joe Burrow. Big weekend, a lot of stuff going on. Do you want to send any love before we sign off, Victor? Besides to the amazing Chris Donovan, our producer.
CD and the ones and twos. Thank you so much. And of course, my beloved bride Yuko Sakamoto on the gong. She is
Yes,
amazing.
she's amazing fingers.
Even so, it's very hard for her to watch a Dodger game anymore after what
Oh,
happened
yeah.
last
Well,
night. And
yeah.
of course, Dave Cardona, the master of our graphics.
DC.
Everyone, thank you, and love to the Bolts.
Yep.
I'm going full on, full bore. Jim
Okay.
Harbaugh
Here
and
we go.
Herbert to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, and a lot
Okay.
of love to the Rams. Can there be a Rams Chargers Super Bowl? Are they playing it at SoFi this year? I
No.
believe it's SoFi. I'm not sure where it is,
Yeah.
but they are perhaps on a collision course. And good health for the back of Matthew Stafford for the Rams.
Yeah.
Here's a healthy back. Could see the Rams going deep. See the
We'll
Chargers
see.
going deep.
We'll see. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time. Share this with your friends, please. Get us out there. We need it. And we're gonna talk to you very soon.
We love you.
Yes.
We
Thanks so
love you.
much.
And thank you, PJ. And
Thank
to
you, Victor.
everyone listening to Feeling You with Victor Brick Jacobs and PJ, much love and I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.